It is 9:54 a.m. and I have one trade with CYBL, and I guess this one, despite where it is on a daily chart, can tend to have a somewhat clean morning panic bounce play. And this day it did not have the best volume, but I guess with a small account like mine, it was easier to trade. I bought 10,000 shares of CYBL at 11.9, and that was at 9:34. This was pretty nice because it was a max volume candle, and it did that drop, and it looked like a morning panic bounce play. There was also a lot of people supporting it at the bid, which made it look ideal as well. And I got in right here, right when it looked like it was starting to turn around and also break past this 12 level, which was pretty important. The only thing I should have done better is that I should have traded 20,000 shares, which is a $20 risk level, but it looks like for a moment that it had a bit of a spread, so I did trade just 10,000 shares, but in theory, that was the only thing I should have done differently, and I would have made twice as much, but that's fine. I at least tried because, it doesn't always have to work out, and I thought it had a spread and it didn't do it. This might even be like a higher low setup. The only problem is that there's a big seller at 123. I guess you're gonna maybe this guy will just disappear by the time he gets there. This doesn't actually look so bad. You see, I would hate to buy it at 12 and then people start dumping their shares at 118, 117, and I'm at like 112, and that would be pretty bad. It doesn't help that I'm also recording this. I'll make an update later. Okay, I am back. I don't really like the price action anymore, and if I were to have traded it, it would have been at 12. I'm not going to buy it any higher than that. I'll just watch it and see if this one can do it. I just don't like that humongous seller at 123. And again, I bought right here 10,000 shares. Again, I should have bought 20,000 shares, and I try to be patient with this one actually. And I gave her the best that I did. There were a few times when I could have sold at 126, just a few times briefly, but I think that's fine. I did sell half of my position at 936, which was right here at this 12.2 level because it kind of did the move and then it would just dried up and it just didn't have the volume. As you can see, these little ticks right here, it wasn't any trading at all. And I sold half of my position for that reason, thinking, what if it does it? It just shoots up a little and then it just sells off, right? And it doesn't do anything else. So looks like it's starting to. I guess they're gonna try to break 123 if they can get there. I did sell the other half at 938, which was right here at 12.2. This was at the ask, and just a few times 126 was at the bid. And ideally, I would have liked it if I sold at least one of those two pieces at 126, but that's totally fine. I haven't traded anything else. There hasn't been anything nice. I think I might remove NWBO because this one has been so sad. It just doesn't uptrend after it had a big sell-off day, and I'll probably remove it for that reason. This one did offer like a late kind of morning panic bounce play. It's not the best, but it did make a move here, and I'll continue to watch this one. But as of right now, there isn't anything else that I want to trade. Sure, this one NWBO could try to turn around at some point and maybe try to get to the 70 breakout level, but I don't know. This stock is so sad. It might do it, but I'll just keep watching it for now. Okay, it is 10:15 p.m. and I am here to call it off. Overall, I am up on the day just $3 and I was trading CYBL. If I traded 20,000 shares, which would have been correct for a $20 risk level, I would have been up twice as much. And it's not able to show anymore, but I did have two verified canceled trades with SYSX, and I was trying to be a part of this move way back here at 645. I tried to place an order two times and I never got filled, and it did make a move towards VWAP, but the thing was is that it was trading with a bit of a spread. I believe it was I think it was 638. I'm not extremely sure anymore, but the bottom part was like 638 or maybe the 64 level, and then the top was like 659. And I tried to get in twice, right in the middle at 645, and I just was not able to get filled those two times. But I guess you're just gonna have to take my word for it because this thing does not show them anymore. And it did eventually get to VWAP, and if I were to have hit the ask at 659, I wouldn't have really made very much because it just uptrended a little bit more from that point. But it did make a move higher on, and I don't think I would have been a part of that. So that was a potential right there. I just wasn't able to get filled there. And that was really it in terms of setups. If I had the ability to short, I would be interested at looking at GESI for a potential short opportunity. It could keep going, maybe it won't. I like how it had like a big candle here, very similar to here before it had its first panic right there. So I will be watching this for a morning panic bounce play as well, although this one is a bit sketchier, the trade, because it is a higher priced OTC and it doesn't have volume sometimes. That's really about it. I'm going to probably just remove NWBL because this thing just never uptrends. It never makes a move towards the upside. ILUS had some kind of news, but what's better is that it had volume, so maybe it can continue an uptrend over a longer period of time, and I'll be looking for that. Otherwise, that's about it. I wish I traded the right amount of shares with CYBL, and I wish I was a part of SYXX, although I would have sold into this range. I wouldn't have sold much higher, but this is something that I can take into consideration in the future when it comes to trading a setup like that. A nice higher low off of that morning panic bounce play with VWAP in mind. That's about it for today.